Hey guys, it's Kevin. Pardon my wrinkled shirt today. It appears I'm 12 years old and don't know how to iron my clothes. Last Monday we discussed a rather famous behavioral economics case study about organ donation rates across Europe. Fascinating! We found out that participants were going along with whatever the default option happened to be in the organ donation form, in some cases donating their organs, and in some cases not. It seems a bit irrational, doesn't it? That almost all participants stuck with the default option, regardless of what it was. Yes, very irrational. And contrary to dominant theories of economics, behavioral economics posits that people are in fact irrational. Famed behavioral economist Dan Ariely even goes so far as to conclude that people behave in predictably irrational ways. This means we can't simply provide people with sound information and expect them to act on it accordingly. Sound information alone doesn't encourage people to save money, ride their bike instead of drive, stop smoking, and the list goes on. So why are we so predictably irrational? Thought you'd never ask. The human brain makes about 35,000 decisions in a single day. Can you say overachiever? To prevent cognitive overload, the brain processes information using two distinct operating systems. On one hand, we have System 1, which is the fast-thinking brain, and on the other, we have System 2, which is the rational brain. Most of our thinking falls into System 1, the fast-thinking brain. In fact, nearly 98% of our cognition is handled here. This is because System 1 requires far less oxygen intake than its System 2 counterpart. And while the brain makes up only about 2% of the body's mass, it consumes nearly 25% of the body's oxygen. So the brain thinks fast so that it can reduce oxygen intake and continue to function as intended. Here's the kicker. To accomplish fast thinking, System 1 relies on cognitive shortcuts to speed up decision making. These shortcuts are familiar patterns of information and interaction that ease the cognitive load placed on System 1 when making decisions. While these shortcuts are not guaranteed to be optimal or even logical for that matter, they assist System 1 in reaching an immediate goal. So perhaps the irrational participants in our organ donation case study were influenced by a cognitive shortcut? Let's find out next week.